But the real horror was yet to come. Lou, a friend of Donna and Angie, was purportedly attacked by Annabelle. The experience was so terrifying, so inexplicable, it sent shivers down their spines. The doll they had once viewed as a charming antique was now a source of unimaginable dread. With fear gripping their hearts, the terrified trio decided to seek professional help.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Duality9xers, wherever you guys are on this beautiful planet, whatever you guys are. Hey guys, welcome. I've got a great video for you guys today. It's actually a very creepy video. It's about dolls, right? And so I recently posted a short with a very scary doll that apparently moved. And I got a lot of great comments on it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to delve into this a little bit more and see what else I can dig up and find on social media. So we're going to do a reaction video to a compilation of some very creepy doll videos. So I hope you guys are ready. And hey guys, if you guys are returning subscribers, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate the support. And if you guys are new to the space, smash the like and subscribe and comment. It definitely helps, and it helps us grow our channel organically. Now, I would definitely recommend, if you're going to watch this video, to watch it late at night, right? Especially when it can get a little bit more freakier and crazier. So, anyways, without further ado, guys, I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready. Strap in, get your seatbelt on, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What the f***? Oh my god, that is terrifying. Look how scary that looks. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Did you see it? Did you see it? Let's look again. Right there. Do you see this pair of eyes that is looking right back at him? I'm getting chicken skin, bro. I've got a whole video planned where I'm gonna go over the evidence that we found in this video and go through some behind the scenes footage of the area to see if we can investigate and find out what that is. But everyone who watched the video noticed that, and is truly one of the most terrifying things I've ever fucking seen. So, lighthouse discussion video coming soon. For now, welcome back to the world's scariest TikTok/YouTube shorts in the world, question mark. We are 5,000 people away from reaching 200,000 members in the subreddit. So keep submitting your content. The internet continues to be fooled by what the f this is. And we reached 1%. Let's go. Speaking of things I found in the lighthouse video, we're gonna start with this one, see what this one's about. It's probably more of the same, right?
Sound effects too.
There it is again.
Oh, look at that. It looks like a bunch of eyes.
The eyes again.
Wow, and it's going up and down.
Yo.
What the f was that?
I thought I'd only...
like, if I'm just tired and my eyes are playing tricks, I'm too scared.
Puta madre, güey! I hate you. I fucking hate you, fool. So we're gonna start this episode. No mames. Okay. I need to order new Jesus candles. Do they still count if you order them from Amazon? What is this? La bruja? Yo. That's the homie from Planet of the Apes. He ain't been eating in a long ass time. Oh, it's floating. Never mind. That's La Bruja. Nice. Nice. She left. That floated away. You're now. No jump scare, please. Oh, thank God. Okay, that seemed very realistic. I'm gonna give that one an A for effort. E for effort. Followed by an F for F after E for effort. Then another F for F after E in effort. Okay, next TikTok. When your system is too perfect. Gender, man. Age, 18/-23. Expression, normal. Oh, it's a face detection thing.
Dan juga ketika saya sedih seperti ini, dia akan menunjukkan
expression
bahwa
sad,
saya
expression normal. Okay, so when he changes expressions, it gender woman, age 560 to 560. Oh shit! Dun, 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 dun! You got played, son. That's a good video. That's a really good video. I should add Instagram Reels to the title. The / Instagram Reels in the world. Question mark. Yeah, that one's scary. That's actually, if you're in that situation, I'd be more terrified if it said horny. True. Creepy, eerie, or unsettling. Here we go. That's a place I would not, definitely would not step foot in. Hell no. Hell
yeah.
No. No. That's that 1960 shit. That's that, you know, there's been an exorcism here type shit. Too many exorcisms in the walls.
This guy's good.
The exorcism walked up the stairs, broke the walls, got in the drawers, stole the keys, left in a car, moved in somewhere else, and is now out there terrorizing the whole world type exorcism. Oh, they got a barn too? No mames, way. No mames, they exercise the horses in there. Don't go in there. The chickens lay green eggs.
This by YouTube video, by YouTube video. This one's by a gentleman or a person by the name of Mr. Rifzar. It's the story of a real life Annabelle doll, and yeah, it's a short little clip. It's about like 3.5 minutes long, so let's watch it.
In the late 60s, when she found her way into the lives of 2 nursing students, Donna and Angie. They welcomed the doll into their home, oblivious to the strange aura that surrounded it. Before long, they began to experience a series of inexplicable events. Annabelle started to shift positions, subtly at first. A hand here, a leg there. But then the movements became more pronounced. The doll would appear in different rooms, despite no one having moved it. These events, though eerie, seemed harmless enough, a playful spirit perhaps. But as the days turned into weeks, the innocent pranks escalated into something more disturbing. Unbeknownst to them, Donna and Angie had invited into their lives an entity far more sinister than they could ever imagine. Soon, the harmless pranks of the doll took on a more menacing form. The childlike innocence of Annabelle started to fade as the events surrounding her began to intensify. The doll no longer limited herself to simple movements. Instead, she began to leave ominous messages around the apartment, written on pieces of parchment paper that Donna and Angie didn't even own. Their initial bemusement turned into bone-chilling horror as they found traces of a blood-like substance on the doll. It was as if Annabelle was bleeding, an impossibility that only added to the growing terror. But the real horror was yet to come. Lou, a friend of Donna and Angie, was purportedly attacked by Annabelle. The experience was so terrifying, so inexplicable, it sent shivers down their spines. The doll they had once viewed as a charming antique was now a source of unimaginable dread. With fear gripping their hearts, the terrified trio decided to seek professional help. Enter Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned paranormal investigators, to confront the malevolent force. The Warrens, a couple with a reputation for tackling the inexplicable and unnerving, were called in to assess the unnerving situation. Their findings were bone-chilling. They concluded that the doll, Annabelle, was not possessed but manipulated by an inhuman spirit. This distinction is crucial. We're not dealing with a human entity here, but something far darker and more sinister. Ed and Lorraine Warren, with their vast experience and knowledge in dealing with such malevolent forces, took immediate action. They performed an exorcism to cleanse the doll and the environment of the oppressive evil presence. But the story doesn't end there. They knew the strength of this inhuman spirit and took the doll with them, placing it in their occult museum. Annabelle, now confined within a glass case, still holds an eerie presence.
Knowing the history of this doll, or understanding that it has some weird supernatural aura to it, they still went ahead, took the risk of bringing this doll back with them. I mean, wow. And why is it that, okay, so some of these dolls can be creepy, right? And, you know, like, they do the weirdest things. But then why is it that the creepy-looking dolls are just pure obvious and plain obvious, and they actually are creepy and they do creepy things. So why would people go out and buy the scariest, freakiest, creepiest looking doll that's out there?
The Warrens' intervention may have contained the evil, but the chilling aura around Annabelle lives on. Annabelle's reign of terror may have been contained, but her legacy continues to chill the bone. The doll's infamy has spread far and wide, her story whispered in hushed tones, passed down as a grisly cautionary tale. A myriad of horror tales revolve around this doll, each more spine-chilling than the last. Alleged accidents, unexplained events, even deaths have been linked to those who dared disrespect Annabelle within the museum's sacred confines. Her chilling narrative has not only captivated individual hearts, but also seeped into the veins of popular culture. Annabelle's eerie visage has been immortalized in films, her story reaching millions, amplifying her legend, and ensuring her place in the annals of horror. So we find ourselves drawn to this innocuous-looking doll, captivated by a chilling undercurrent of fear and a morbid fascination. Whether fact or fiction, the tale of Annabelle serves as a chilling reminder of the unseen forces that could potentially dwell within the most innocuous objects.
Ventriloquist dolls. I can't speak today, guys. Of course I can't speak. I only react to videos, but I can't speak. Okay. What in Sam's blue hell is going on here? Oh, come on. No. And you see there's like little things kind of floating around. You know, and every time we see anything paranormal, you'll always see like little orbs flying around, or they get caught by camera. Okay, so Michael Diamond from Liverpool filmed this video, and he said there's no explanation as to why this doll would do this. At least once or twice a week, noticed the door kept coming off its latch, which we just saw. And he insisted that the video is not a stunt, and he has locked away Mr. Fritz under a blanket and heavy chains. So this doll's name is Mr. Fritz. Look at the eyes, it just moved. And look at the door latch coming undone.
Hi guys. We all used to play with our toys when we were little. Boys like playing soldiers, girls like playing with their Barbie dolls. Some of my friends still play with their toys, not because they're retards, they just like playing with their toys, that's all. Anyway, toys are the most harmless things you can possibly think of, right? Well, actually no, because today you guys are gonna see 5 creepy haunted dolls caught on camera. Okay, so here's some 4-eyed guy. It looks like he's playing a game, streaming, or, well, just trying to explain something to somebody. It seems natural that he's staring at the monitor and doesn't look around much, but he actually definitely should have, because check out what's happening at the back.
So this guy places a doll right at the edge.
Is that normal? Did you see how that doll just moved? I mean, I don't understand what a doll is doing in a guy's bedroom, and you can actually barely see it happen. But hell, I know what I just saw. It's still possible that somebody was pulling some threads back there, but I guess we'll never know for sure. Now here's a footage of a girl playing with her doll. It looks like she and the girls are making a sketch or something. But look at that Barbie doll. It just turned its head, scaring the hell out of that little mess. Looks like a classic case of possessed toy, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Pretty scary, actually. Especially when you can actually tell that it's a good quality original footage and there aren't any signs of montage. Could it be that the damn doll was really haunted? Or is it just some nifty trick? Well, I don't know if there's a way of finding out the truth. Let's just make up our minds and get on with it.
Yeah, I would have just bolted right out
now
of there.
Check this out. This is probably the weirdest case in today's compilation, guys. Look what happened when a group of friends were filming how they were playing with polystyrene cups. The girl at the back is showing some tricks. She throws and tosses those cups like a pro. Looks a lot like magic, doesn't it? Oh no, the real weird stuff is happening at the back, just on that rack up there. You can clearly see how the doll slowly arises and then falls back again. It doesn't seem like there's enough space back there to fit someone who could fool around and move that doll on purpose. Anyway, it all seems super weird and suspicious. I don't know what to make of it. Can you guys help me sort it out? This girl you see was just standing in front of a camera. She was probably telling a story about her favorite doll. Check out the size of that doll, guys. It's almost the size, it's almost the size of the girl. Okay, so nothing extraordinary. But then we see the doll slowly turning its head and staring at the girl. If I was that girl, I would probably shit a brick. It doesn't seem like she's faking it. She looks genuinely terrified. Did you see that girl's face when she saw the doll move? Well, I don't know what the hell happened there. What do you guys think? Is she making it up, or...
When you watch this video, there's also a mirror to the right, okay? So my first kind of like... I was kind of thinking, I was like, okay, maybe there's somebody propped up behind her who's kind of like holding the doll. But when the doll heads move and the girl reacts, she just throws the doll, and clearly there's nothing behind her. And you can see in that mirror that it doesn't appear that anyone's behind her either. It doesn't appear that anyone's behind her either. What do you
think this doll is possessed?
Look at that. Wow.
Okay, so this last video is pretty scary. Now you will understand why. You see this little girl sitting on the floor playing with her dolls. Their parents set the camera there so they could keep an eye on her. But while the girl was just playing there, something really weird started happening. Oh boy, it couldn't get any weirder than that. You guys see that doll in the corner? That big-headed dolly in the back? Looks like its big head made a nod. To me, it seemed like a warning, guys. It's like the doll knows the camera's on, and it's like she's warning you to switch it off. You may be thinking that it's actually no big deal, but it really looks like that doll was actually nodding. I guess there's just no way of knowing for sure. If you guys like creepy things and enjoy watching paranormal stuff, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Maybe you saw things like that happen to your toys. Tell me about it. And that's
Some toys require batteries to move on their own, but then there are special toys like the ones on this list, which are apparently ghost powered. Number 14. A mother records her child happily pressing Play-Doh into different shapes, completely unaware that the toy moves twice on its own. The first time is almost unnoticeable, so watch closely.
Oh wow, look at that.
What are you doing? Play-Doh.
Oh.
The second time, however, is much more obvious. I mean, look again and you'll see both of the kid's hands are completely off of the toy when it suddenly somehow moves towards him. This video is one of the few instances where I have absolutely no counterpoint to disprove it, and I can only conclude that what you've witnessed is almost certainly paranormal. Number 13. Esmeralda Vega is recording her family opening presents on Christmas, but one toy in particular keeps interrupting what should have been a happy family moment.
That shit moved again, I'm throwing it across the...
Maybe someone is controlling this toy from another room, or maybe it's motion activated, but based on their surprised reactions, I don't think anyone is moving this toy on purpose. If anything, the toy seems to move on its own as soon as the camera person mentions it, almost like it has a mind of its own. If anybody recognizes this toy, please let me know what it's called and if it's remote controlled or not. Maybe together we can verify if this video is real or not. Number 12. This video is quite short at only 7 seconds in length and leaves us with more questions than answers. Two girls are filming a YouTube video with a large doll toy. If someone could translate this part, it could give us more insight into what the video was supposed to be about.
Every time I watch this. See, look, you just see the doll.
Instead, the toy starts moving all on its own, staring directly at one of the girls. The girl off camera tells her to look at the toy, and when she does, she throws it down in fear. Their reactions both seem very genuine, and if this isn't paranormal, then I have no idea what caused this. Number 11. This grainy video, taken in a dark room just outside of the kitchen, shows a children's toy suddenly glide forward on its own without warning. The quality of the video is not very good, but then again it was taken in 2010 and seems about right for camera phones of that time. As for why the camera was set up in that spot to begin with, I'm not sure. Maybe they have been experiencing paranormal activity in this area of the house and wanted to record it for proof. Either way, there's still enough light spilling in from the kitchen to show a string on the ground if there was one. I can't see one. And
but you would think 2010. I mean, 2010, like, technology should be really good, right? The cameras and, you know, like, but I guess, I mean, yeah, I mean, our video quality probably wasn't the best, but I mean, it's not bad. I mean, there's video clips from the 90s and, you know, on people's camcorders and stuff like that that look a lot better than this, but
therefore, I think there is a strong possibility that this video could be absolutely real. Number 10. Michael is in the middle of making a rather innocent YouTube video when something from another world crosses over directly behind him. Michael immediately gets up to inspect the toy set, and you can clearly see that there was no string attached. A string would show up easily against the dark wood of this table, and there is also a Coca-Cola can directly in the path of where a string would theoretically have to be. In fact, watch again and you'll clearly see that Michael moves directly in front of the toy and would have totally gotten in the way of a string. The blocks themselves look to be positioned relatively secure at the bottom of a wire band, but I guess they could have somehow fallen on their own. Number 9. A husband and wife are sitting in the living room when one of them notices that the cat toy is moving all by itself. When it happens a second time a short while later, they rush to get the phone and start recording what could be an animal spirit in action.
Oh my goodness.
I spent a long time looking up remote-controlled cat toys, and none of them looked anything like this one. This toy is obviously small and soft, while remote-controlled pet toys are much larger, and are also made of plastic to protect the receiver. Considering the married couple claims to have had a cat pass away years ago, I have little doubt that it's now returning to its favorite toy, and to its favorite owners. Number 8. Omar Vassell and his friend are having a very strange problem in the toy section of Target. I will let them explain everything in a moment, but let's just say one of the toys seems to be a little too active.
What is that? This toy does not go off, and this toy does not go off, but the center toy goes off. It's off. My hand's over here. Bow. Toy goes off. Just watch. What is that? Like, please tell me what that is. America, please.
Maybe the batteries are depleted in all of the toys except for the one in the middle, but that still doesn't explain why it would go off when the other toys are touched. I feel like this video could have an obvious explanation that I'm not thinking of, so if you recognize these toys, or if you know anything about the toy manufacturing or design in general, then please let me know how this could possibly happen. Number 7. This video comes from a supposedly haunted home in Chiefland, Florida. Diane Fraser and her paranormal investigation group attempt to summon the ghost of a child named David by inviting him to play with a toy top. Sure enough, the small piece of plastic soon begins to move on its own.
Can you make sure that's zoomed in correctly?
It is. Yeah.
I want you to see this. You missed it.
Look at that. Good job.
Can you get that, Gabby?
I am getting, yes.
Yes, there he goes.
Whoa. All right.
Eventually, Diane feels pains in her stomach and they are able to determine that David was kicked by a horse, possibly centuries ago. I have never seen this ghost equipment or software before, so I'm not sure what the radar screen is for. If this is just a regular tablet with an app, then there really should be no possible way for the top to spin by itself. Number 6. There's a good reason why this creepy kid's bike has been relegated to the roof. It is only supposed to play this lullaby for a minute, but so far it's been a half hour and counting.
5:30 in India here, and this is so freaking haunted. Nope. Hey. No. Stop it.
The voice soon changes to a more
toy's just
sinister
going on a
tone,
fritz.
and I think I can almost hear other voices coming out of it too.
I'm running away. What the hell is that? Oh my.
He's on the rooftop.
Number
You should just take
5.
that toy.
This toy is apparently possessed by a spirit who wants to imitate whatever its living counterpart does. Here you can see the toddler sitting on a toy truck, so the spirit decides to do the same.
All around that toy. There it goes again. There it goes again. Yep, there it goes again. There it goes again.
Orbs dance all around the yellow toy truck as its wheels slowly creep forward, almost unnoticeable at times. At one point, a larger orb seems to trace the outline of the truck itself in a zigzagging pattern. And maybe it's just me, but it looks like the child notices something too. I'm pretty convinced that this is a real paranormal counterpart, but I'm definitely open to other logical explanations. So be sure to tell me what you think is happening here. Number 4. This 10-minute video shows a toy ambulance going off at random, even though it normally requires someone to hold down the red buttons on top to make any noise. What's really weird is that it seems to respond to the voice of a child. Maybe it's just me, but it almost seems as though the ambulance was waiting for the child to count to a certain number here.
Now, does this toy react to a person's voice when they say something that triggers it, or
it goes off a few other times, most when the child is speaking or about to speak. Oddly enough, both of these clips seem to involve the number 12. Number 3. Barry is positive that a spirit is moving around stuff in his house, so he takes a random object, puts it in the middle of the floor. This cat toy is remote controlled, so he puts the controller next to the toy to show that he is not messing with it at all. Nothing happens until almost 4 minutes into the video.
Okay.
Then nothing else happens until another 4 minutes later when suddenly there's a second burst of movement. When it moves on its own a third time, Barry is confident that he has gathered enough evidence and stops recording. My only explanation is that Barry actually has 2 of these cat toys and was holding a second remote controller in his hands. However, you can just tell by looking at the controller that the big plastic buttons would probably make a loud clicking noise when pressed. Yet I never hear the button being pressed at all. Well, I think there's a good chance that this is real. Maybe Barry could record this again while showing himself in a mirror, just so we can see there is nothing in his hands. Number 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael Pomeroy owns a shop in Plymouth, England, called Something Different, and in this shop is a tall Mickey Mouse doll that is quite different indeed. Michael opens the shop one day to find Mickey Mouse laying face down well over a foot away from its usual spot in a corner. When Michael checks the camera, he is surprised to find the haunted Mickey Mouse toy literally moving on its own. At first I thought it was thrown by someone off camera, but here you can see how it clearly takes a few running steps forward before collapsing. Let me know if you can see it. I have no idea how this could have been faked besides computer effects, but the way the doll moves looks very real to me. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. My new music video Stranger was recently released. Could I get your honest opinion on whether it's good or bad? Tap the circle icon in the top right corner, then tap my music video to watch it. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Saturday.
Oh, we're still a small channel.
This mysterious video was taken during a tour of the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. The tour guide is talking about ghostly visitors from other time periods when something darts by low to the ground.
The frilly dresses, the little breeches shorts, and the nice little blouses.
Many people agree that this looks like it could be one of the many variations of toy rabbits that were popular during the 18 and 1900s. I suppose it could just be a speck of dust or even computer-generated effects. No one says anything out loud, which is suspicious, but I did notice one of the girls looks down where the object was last moving and tracks it perfectly with her head. Maybe everyone there just thought they saw
right
something
there.
out of the corner
wow.
of their eye and weren't sure until they watched the video later.
Yeah, nobody knew what was going on. There was just this little toy or something that was kind of scooting right by them, and everyone was just kind of completely oblivious. So this is that video again with the little girl, and there's a doll there in the corner. She's playing with a couple dolls. She's got her backpack there, and look at the doll's hair, the ponytail. One side is going up and it's going down, almost to indicate that, hey, I'm here. There's a presence here. I'm watching you, and maybe they're disappointed that the camera's on, or maybe they're just doing this out of spite. I don't know. But what? Look at that. Look how uncanny that is. And this child is oblivious to the fact that this doll is technically moving. And now the table's moving, and I mean, if it's not obvious enough, clearly there's an angry entity. Nuke's top 5.
The top 5 haunted dolls caught on tape moving. Note, the stories you're about to see are relayed just as they were reported by the video uploaders. Of course, it's up to you to decide what you believe. Clyde the Clown. The 2017 Chapman University Survey of Fears found that more people are afraid of clowns than ghosts. So what happens when you combine both fears into one creepy haunted doll? Well, you get Clyde the Clown. A man received this 35-year-old Clyde the Clown doll as a gift from friends. Supposedly, the creepy doll has a history of strange, unexplained activity, like moving on its own, or sometimes being mysteriously found in a different location than it was originally left. One late night, the man sets up a camera to monitor the doll. Recorded at 3:08 a.m., this is what he caught on tape.
I don't want to take my eyes off of this in the event that something happens and I miss it. Oh yeah. Looks like the doll's head is just kind of moving up. And does the expression of the doll change, or am I just... Or does it just appear that way because the doll's head is moving?
video claims the creepy doll was only spotted later after watching the video back.
Is that
And this isn't some old antique doll
Story?
with a long, involved, scary story behind it. It's just a typical Toy Story Jessie doll. So, exactly what do you think is going on here? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Composition. This next video features a composition doll from the early 20th century. Composition dolls were made from a composite of mostly sawdust and glue. In the 1940s, composition dolls were replaced by plastic dolls. This particular composition doll was found being sold amongst a collection of antiques at a local flea market.
Oh, wow. This doll has had some rough times, clearly, by the condition of it. But you see how it's moving up and down? Oh, man.
The owner says he has no belief in ghosts, haunted objects, or the supernatural, but he admits that he just can't explain why this creepy doll seems to be moving on its own. The Jealous Doll. A woman is recording her daughter playing with a new doll. Behind her, one of the child's other dolls can be seen sitting on the countertop. Now watch the creepy doll sitting on the countertop next to the girl, paying special attention to the doll's hand and the candle in front of it.
Hi, baby. Hi. You like your new toy? Yeah. What's his name? Lovable. Sure his name isn't like Fred or Henry? Oh, it's so cute.
The movement occurs right after the little girl refers to her new doll as, quote, lovable.
Oh, the hand goes up.
Lovable.
The doll's not happy.
Sure his name isn't like Fred or Henry?
Oh,
the mom doesn't even notice the haunted doll moving while filming. Later on, when the whole family is watching the video, she notices that a candle rolls across the counter just above her daughter's head. But that's all. However, her young son was freaked out. He points out to his mom the doll's bizarre hand movement just before the candle moves in the scary video.
Wow. It's almost like
100-year-old doll. I'm including this next story as an extra, mostly because it's in Japanese, so I'm not 100% sure what's going on. So there's a Japanese site called Nico Nico Live that is basically like the Japanese version of Twitch. Except since it's Japanese, it's like a very weird version of Twitch. For example, in this live stream, a grown man is playing with his doll collection. And then this happens.
かわいい。ちょっと髪型もっさりしてるな。もっさりしてるけど、なんかおかしいな、やっぱり髪。なんかやっぱおかしいわ。まあ金髪次第やな。
You see the eyes?
In this live broadcast, the doll's eyes seem to actually move for a second. The clip immediately went viral. So is this a live broadcast of a creepy haunted doll? Let me know what you think.
Oh, wow.
Now, whether you believe in haunted dolls, whether you're freaked out by creepy clowns, or even whether you believe any of these clips are real or not, I'm certainly not here to try to convince you. I would love to know what you personally think about these clips, so let me know down in the comments below.
Wow, guys, that was good. There's obviously a lot more. We'll save it for another time. I think that's all the time that we have today. I'd love to hear you guys' comments. I mean, some of these are kind of questionable, but and you know, sometimes toys go on the fritz and they start acting up, and you know, like if they're electronic and you know, things along those lines. But then some of these are just downright unexplainable. How is it that a doll's hand can just move and then all of a sudden another object was to move, and then that 100-year-old doll would just look like it was having a party? Wow, pretty freaky stuff. But I'd love to hear you guys' comments. Tell me what you guys think. And hey guys, if there's anything that you would like us to put together to react to, please share it in the comments, or you know, send me over an email. I'd love to hear from you guys. But yeah, that's it. That's all the time that we have. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and in the meantime and in between time, that's it guys. Until our next adventure, I look forward to the next one. Take care guys.